Alright, I guess I'll start. Wait. See the hair still not there anymore? Are we ever gonna grow it back?
Um, Probably not right now. It's more easy to shower after training.
And you're one of the best welterweights, outside of the UFC. Do you feel that you'd have to find an organization like that to be considered the best in the world?
Um, I don't know, but I can't really answer that right now. I'm with the PFL, but I would fight any one of those guys from the UFC or the Bellator. Hopefully we can get a cross promotion fight, but it's a long shot. But yeah, I'm the best in the world as of now.
Yeah, and Hawaii still having its issues with COVID. Do you intend on still staying there, or maybe you could thinking about a move?
No, our stuff is kind of open right now. And yeah, I'm not gonna move away from home. So yeah, and hopefully BG can get the governorship over there and move all these clown bastards that is running our state.
Hey Ray, welcome to Texas. Is there anything, do you have a bucket list for being here? Anything you might want to try to eat or do here while you're here in Texas?
I would love to do a lot in Texas. Right? I would love to go ride some bulls and ride some horses, but can't do that. But hopefully after the wins, I can go eat somewhere good over here. So any suggestions, you guys can give it to me.
And I want to talk about how do you balance your fatherhood, your faith, and along with the success that you're having in your career, and being a father. How do you balance all those things?
I feel like it kind of goes together with everything. I don't work. My wife doesn't work. I get to stay home with my kids. My kids is homeschooled, so all the time is spent really at home, and they're in the gym with me training. So there is no balance. It's just my lifestyle. It's just how it is. Yeah.
And last for me, what's your last thing? What's your favorite thing to do with your kids?
We do a lot of stuff. Probably go ride dirt bike with them in the mountains at home and just spend time with them.
So Ray, back-to-back championships. How would it feel to give another meaning to the third into your name?
Didn't think about that. That'd be awesome. I was a 3-time state champion back in Hawaii for wrestling, and I would love to do that over here again. And I'm going to do that, so it would be awesome.
So your opponent, he had back-to-back fights on the Challenger Series. Did you watch any of those fights, and what do you make of him as an opponent?
I didn't watch any of his fights. I kind of saw some of the highlights, and yeah, it's nothing I haven't seen before. I have a lot of fights. I fought a lot of guys, a lot of different styles, and he's no different. He's just in my way, and yeah.
What do you think about him kind of getting thrown to the wolves, so to speak? Like you said, back-to-back Challenger Series, and now he's in there against the champ, 2-time champ.
Yeah, with this promotion, if you want to fight, you're gonna have to fight everybody. It's not really you be the champion. You gotta go through everybody. So it's just what it is, and too bad he got me because I'm on a champion quest again.
And you said, after winning the championship last year, like this is your division, you're going to run it. Obviously, you expect to be there again in the finals this season. Who do you expect to be on the other side of the cage standing against you?
I'm not too sure. Everybody's kind of even, but anything could happen. I really think Magomed gonna be back. We're gonna have our trilogy. So yeah.
Is that something that's real important to you to get that trilogy and kind of break that tiebreaker, or is it just one of those things if it happens, it happens?
Yeah, if it happens, it happens. My goal is just to get to the final, and whoever is there, and that's the kind of mindset you gotta have going into this kind of tournaments. You can't expect to fight somebody in the championship if he's not there. You know what I mean? So you gotta be very, very ready to fight anybody. Yeah.
Ray, a lot was made last season about your wrestling and all that, especially with the Rory McDonald fight. Just kind of talk about, because you've talked a lot before about how you wrestled as a kid when you were younger. Just kind of talk about how important that is in terms of your overall game.
Wrestling is my foundation. I wrestled from when I was young. Again, I won 3 state titles back in Hawaii, so it's one of my biggest strengths, if not the biggest strength I have. I know I knock out guys, but that's not what I grew up doing. It's just a thing. So yeah, my wrestling is my strongest suit, and I can out wrestle anybody in this division, and I proved it already, and I will keep proving it to the championship.
And the last one for me, do you feel like Rory McDonald will be a factor in the division this year, or do you feel like his best days are behind him?
No, I don't think his best days is not even close from behind him. I think he's still a dangerous fighter, and we're probably gonna fight too. So I'm ready for him. If we can go again, we're gonna go again, and then the same thing's gonna happen.
Right. As the returning champion from 2021, do you feel any added pressure in performing? Are you thinking about your next fight already, or do you just take it day by day, fight by fight?
Yeah, I take it just one fight at a time, and that's how you gotta approach it. In this league, you cannot be overlooking anybody, because anything can happen. In MMA, so yeah, I don't have no pressure on me. I love it. I welcome it. So yeah.
In the world of MMA, there's a lot of talk between Carlos Leal and Canelo, or Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. Is a crossover fight in boxing something that would interest you?
Not really. I think boxing is not one. Boxing is a sport, don't get me wrong, but it's not the true form of fighting. Boxers like fight. We're gonna fight. Just fight with MMA gloves and box. Or you guys come over here and do an MMA fight, just with probably no takedowns, but clinching and stuff, because everybody knows boxers can wrestle, and they'll get lickings from any UFC fighter, PFL fighter, anything, and any MMA fighter that fights on boxing that comes into MMA will get lickings. So yeah, it doesn't really interest me at all. So if boxers like fight, come to the real sport and fight real fighters.
And last for me, your father was a fighter, you're a fighter. If any of your kids wanted to be fighters, would you support them in that endeavor?
Yeah, but right now I just like to focus on just wrestling right now. One of my biggest aspirations is to still wrestle in the Olympics for wrestling, and that's what I like my kids do. Wrestling is it's not only just one sport. It's some strength building sport, and one mind building sport. It's just it teaches you things about life, wrestling, and I think that's a big sport that should be included in everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ray, do you pay any attention to the betting odds as you go into any of your matchups?
Not really. I don't really pay attention to betting or gambling or stuff like that. But yeah.
I think the odds makers have you as a pretty significant favorite, saying that you would win over 80% of the time. Do you think that there's any percent of the time that you would lose?
No, I don't think. I think I'm 100%. So yeah, but people gotta make their money. They gotta bet. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.